Hey nerd, I got something to propose to you. So I got Nag that is currently looking about the tower upgrade and for the UI. But the thing that we have with the game is I really want to avoid to work on this particular UI because it's very old, it's hard coded. What we are looking at is we are trying to rebuild one with the new system that we have. If we manage to get this functional, I would really love to check about these implementation. Uh, but here for your proposition about the tower, I got something to propose you. Okay, so if you go in the game, we reopen a very old server that was Citywars Sandbox. Okay, so let me know if it worked. It might not work, whatever. You go there in arcade, go all the way down, and you search for Citywars Sandbox. So what is Citywars Sandbox? It's a server that is a duplication, a very very old duplication of the tower defense. One day we might push a new version, but the concept is once you are inside the server, you have access to everything, like as an admin. Okay, so here you are into the lobby. You can create your own map, have your own stuff, whatever. But the point about it is you can also type any admin command. So if you go here, you can do /world. This will teleport you to Noblewood. From there, it's exactly the same game, but you won't have any of your progress because it's an entire duplication of the server, and it's a very old duplication. So you see, like, because we did a lot of update left and right on the client, other stuff, you're gonna have some weird artifact left and right. UI might be broke, whatever. But if you join the map, you go here, you enter your world, and the nice thing about it is you have full admin access here. Okay, so if by example I put a tower, let me you also have all admin commands. So if I go with a golden bone, which is a command that give you all resource, boom, you now have all the resource that you want inside of what? It's not golden bone. Why I do not have my command? Okay, there is a problem here, but let me just show you. /op tower. There you go. So you have this command. I should have golden bone. That's weird. That's a command that gives you resource. I'm gonna make you another one if you want some. But for the sake of this example, I'm just gonna restart the level. So we have the resource to spawn the tower. Start level, and here, if you go in the level and you spawn the tower, let me show you. You can. I'm just gonna put OP tower back. So we have resource. There we go. I'm not gonna die. And now what you can do is you can press P. This is gonna open what we call the blueprint system. Okay, blueprint system is how we code everything in the project. Here, it's a very old one, so what I want you to do is just give a look and see how we build stuff and how the stuff are made with it. Okay, because it's a very very old tower, so you see like green node that are duplicated, but the logic and the how it's made, it's the same. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to create your own tower. Okay, so here I'm gonna take this barrel here, put it there. Okay, you can press Alt. I'm gonna be Alt is gonna open what we call the creative tool. Creative tool, you have all your set of tool, and if you go on the left, you have all the tool that you have. If you go to object, you're gonna have what we call the object tool. You can search for barrel, whatever you want. We have a bunch of items. Right now I'm gonna put the barrel on the ground, put it there, and now what I want to do is I'm gonna go to the blueprint tool, and inside the blueprint tool, now I can click on the little create a blueprint. I'm gonna create a new blueprint. Tower, I'm gonna just example tower, confirm. I'm gonna create my own code, my own blueprint. Okay, I'm gonna Control A, select everything, delete the stuff, and from now on, I'm just gonna start fresh what I want to do. Here, a little example of what you can do. Initialize. So that's kind of a loop going on your script. It's gonna execute every X amount of time, and you're gonna be execute code. So right now I'm gonna use initialize. I'm gonna go with find entity. Okay, entity finder v4. If I go back to the previous tower that we just opened, you can go check here how it's being done or it's being made. Okay, so if I go here, you see these are not connected, so it's a bit of a mess of a blueprint because I think at one point we just changed how the stuff is being worked. But here we have what we call a blueprint function, and inside the blueprint function I can open like the blueprint, and we have a bunch of functionality here. Look for entity disabler, search disabler, ta 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 ta. So if I go back here and I just take entity finder, ta ta ta. I think this is only for, let me search disabler, entity finder. This is a script that allow the tower to get disabled when there's a disabler. But for the one we're gonna do, we're gonna just keep it very simple, okay? So what the thing is doing, I'm gonna take this, copy, paste it into my whatever blueprint I create, okay? And you see here, what I want to do is that I want to mimic what this one has been done. So entity finder, we're gonna search for only enemy. We're gonna go for, and you see that this is like the entity finder v2, and now we have the v4. So the v4 is a little bit more complex in a sense, but in general it does kind of the same thing about it, okay? And if you check here, there's a lot of detail that you can add, like entity finder as a target priority. And if I use this value that is get block data, it's the value that you can store inside the tower, and you get current target priority. If you remember well, you can press E on it and you can change here the target priority, okay? So that's how you can do like programmation and other stuff. So I'm not gonna go too deep into detail about them. Let's just keep it very, very simple. But what I want to do is I'm gonna show you how you can create your very own tower that can shoot stuff, okay? So initialize, we have our initialize. We're gonna search for any enemy, and we're gonna go for a radius of 10. The center is the location center where the radius is being started. Region is the region you want to limit, whatever. We're gonna keep it -1. And target team, ta 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 ta. We all keep this way. And what we're gonna do, if we find an entity, we're gonna shoot a projectile there, okay? So if you check here projectile, it has a bunch of checkup for the weapon data. Weapon data are when you open the tower, all these data that we store inside the object are these stats that we use to create to feed the shoot data. But because we're building on tower, we don't need to get these data. So I'm gonna go with shoot projectile, and now I'm just gonna, if we succeed to find an entity, we're gonna shoot on that entity. So I'm gonna go here, entity, okay, so here is the entity who shoot the projectile. So who shoot the projectile? I'm not gonna connect anything because it's gonna default to itself. Where is gonna start? Is gonna start to -1, so itself. And who is gonna shoot? So I'm gonna take the entity that we figure out on the entity finder, and I'm gonna connect it to the target location. So now the entity that we find with our entity finder, we're gonna get its location, and we're gonna shoot at this location. So this is how the tower is gonna be able to shoot stuff. And here I just have projectile ID. I can literally, if I want, copy paste the projectile ID. Are we using projectile ID? Projectile ID is just using the projectile ID. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna show you how to do more visual later. But here you can put like projectile depending. I'm just gonna show you very quickly in case you want to change it. You can have like here projectile, and if you go here, oh wait, the server is too old. Okay, so you're not gonna be able to change the projectile on the server. So maybe we can push or update whatever. But here you have all the stat and all the parameter that you want to change when you do a projectile. Okay, so I'm just gonna end up with keeping it like this. Finish my initialize with n. So this, when this it go back to the initialize, and I'm gonna reload it, go into the game, and here I'm gonna go to the blueprint mode and select my blueprint that I just created. Did it create my blueprint? Show only blueprint as well. No, please. Example tower, select, and now I'm gonna put the blueprint that we just created on my barrel. Now this is my new tower. Okay, I go back to the thing. I'm just gonna remove this tower here, and now if you can see here, technically, if we did everything right, we did not did everything right. What did I do wrong? Shoot. Yes. Did I save? Did I reload? There you go. Okay, sorry, I forgot to reload. So when you put the blueprint on the map, normally you put it before, I put it after. When the blueprint is on the map, you press R and you're gonna reload it. And now as you can see, we just created our own tower. It's very easy, it's very simple, and you can tweak the weapon range, you can tweak the arc, you can tweak the damage, the critical, anything that you want to change, you can do it. And if you want a much more complex tower, you can do /unlock all. This is gonna start a command. It's gonna unlock every single content of the game, tower, other stuff. It's not everything. I think there's some stuff missing, but it's gonna unlock a bunch of them. And if now you go here, I'm just gonna wait because this command take forever. Unlocking starship object, blah 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 blah, and you can then put one of the object that you are interested to understand how they work. Open their blueprint and see why they are made this way and how they are made. Okay, so now I am just unlocking everything. Let's see if I have some tower. Yes, awesome. So let's have an example. Hey, how is the cannon tower working? No, it's a special tower. It's not working like the rest. So you place one, you press P, open this thing. Oh, don't forget to close your creative. Press P, open it, and then you have the script that does what it does. Okay, so if I go here, the reason why the cannon tower is not shooting, it's because we don't have any initialize around it. Okay, so the tower is not on its own doing anything. But if you go here, I have an interact. Interact is you put this on your stuff. Let me show you. Put this on your stuff. You go with pop-up text here. Clack, clack, hello world, save. I'm gonna reload my barrel, R, and now you see, I can literally hello world on it, you know? And it say upgrade, but I can say explode, reload, and now you see, I can have effect with this, okay? So, we have, I don't know how many nodes, there's too many to count them, but the real goal and the real way to work with the blueprint is not to know everything. You just open something that you like and how it works, and you check why it's made this way and how it works this way, you know? So you say, oh man, I really like when the cannon explode, it has this particle effect. So you copy paste the particle, you put it there, you put it in your stuff, and then you can just reload the thing, and you see now I have this particle effect, you know? So you search for whatever you like about the game, you put it there, and you try to understand like how it's made and why it's made like this. Okay, I don't know if they have a crazy example that has some weird, very weird behavior, but what I just show you is it applied to 90% of everything about it. There is some weird stuff, but in general it does it, and that's how you can create your own stuff. So if you really want to make a tower or have some crazy idea about it, I don't know if you're gonna give it a try, but I think you could create some crazy stuff with this. Okay, so if you have any question, just ask me. I'm gonna give you an about it, and you can do a lot of crazy stuff with this system. I'm sure you're gonna like it, so give it a look.